Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Happy Valentine's to everyone. So today I felt guided to bring you guys a reading on a past love story. So this one is called Your Once Upon a Time Love Story, Will I Ever See You Again? So this is obviously going to be on a connection that you still feel with someone, even though there might be separation and time between the two of you. But we're going to really do a deep dive into who this person is that we're going to be tapping into their energy today. So you can pretty much tell right off the bat whether I'm plugged into your situation. And then we're just going to go further and deeper down that rabbit hole of what went down between the two of you. How do they feel now? Do they have regrets? What do they want you to know? And also what is destined for your connection next? So if that sounds like your sort of reading, definitely stay tuned and just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. We're going to do some of this reading here on this channel. And then about halfway through, we're going to switch gears and go over to the extended version where we'll go deeper into the messages. So I'll put that link down below, as well as all the decks I'll be using here today. And today's Orgonite, which is called the Soul Connection Lovers, created by Michelle from Belle's Wing and Bell. So let's dive right into the messages, you guys. We're going to take a look and see your person. Who are they? So we're going to look at some attributes of theirs, perhaps their astrological sign, their occupation, initials, just things that are connected to them, so you can see if this is your person. Now, not every single thing that will come through is going to be a hit, but there may be some that do. So just take what does and leave the rest. So this particular deck right here is a cool one because it has a lot of characteristics and attributes called Who Are They? All right. This is from Rising Sun Oracle. So who is this person that we are tapping into today? For those of you that are meant to hear these messages, who is this person? Okay. Oh, well, they're very sexy. First of all, you find this person incredibly sexy. Probably a lot of other people do too. So this could just be a person that just has a lot of magnetism. They're very charming. They look really good on the outside, right? Or it could just be like they have a really just confident demeanor and it just creates like that very sex appeal type of energy. We also have cautious, so this is interesting. This might not be somebody that just jumps into things. I mean, they may in a moment but when it comes down to actually getting involved on a deeper level with anyone, it could be that they're just extremely cautious. They may also kind of be leery and not trust strangers. It may be that they have to know somebody for a while before they actually let them in. The cautious energy kind of reminds me of Virgo, so it could be some of you guys are dealing with a Virgo or somebody with Virgo traits. We have friendly. I feel like this has to do with they're friendly, but they only go deep with a certain amount of people. They may have a lot of friends, but I feel like the true friends, the people that they can count on, it's like that's about on the amount of their finger of the friends that they can count on. So they might just have a very small friend circle as well because they just don't give anybody the time of day. We have texter, okay? So this person could be somebody who is really good with their written word, somebody who writes extremely well, or they articulate themselves very well, especially through text or email, or maybe even written letters. But this does say texter. Maybe you and this person did a lot of communicating through text. They sent you a lot of text, or this is someone who just was really good with their words. We also have casual. So this could be somebody who doesn't necessarily need to try by being like a snazzy dresser or wearing the latest trends. They could just be casual and they're just sexy as hell. So it's like they're in that backwards cap with a t-shirt and they just look sexy as hell. That's this person. We have bold. Okay, so this person could have some sort of a bold personality where they really don't give a shit what other people think. They're just going to go after the things that they want to go after. And they're going to say what's on their mind and they're just going to go for it. So even though they're cautious, but at the same time, like if they're comfortable with you, they're just going to go for what they want. They're going to be bold and big and just go after life. Like they want that chunk out of life. They want to live life to the fullest. And then we have older than you. So this person doesn't have to be entirely older than you, but it could be just by like, months or even like a year or two, or it could be, many years. It's just up to you on whether or not you want to take that, because some of you guys could be dealing with someone that's younger. So don't let this particular detail say, oh, this isn't my reading, if everything else fits. All right. But this person could be a little bit older than you. Alrighty, so let's see what else is connected to your person. So that way we can kind of figure out who we're dealing with here. So this deck is called the Astrology reading cards. Remember, you guys, these are just traits. They don't have to be exact astrological signs or anything like that. But let's go ahead and see what the energy here is. All right, so we have Jupiter. So Jupiter's energy could fall under like somebody that has the sign of Sagittarius, or they could have Sagittarius in their chart. But the thing is, this person is definitely an individual that loves to take chances and take risks and just be very bold, like living their life very bold and just out there. They're always up for an adventure. They're always looking to also expand their horizons. They may love to travel. They may just take a lot of risks that normally other people wouldn't take. I feel like they need a lot of freedom, and they're very independent thinkers. And they could also be very tied to like spirituality, or just like a certain set of spiritual practices that basically that they, have adopted that helps them to stay centered in life. Okay. Or they're just very open spiritually. Okay. We have Libra's energy. So this is, of course, air sign energy, but this is ruled by Venus. And I feel also too, like they're even though they might be independent and want to be free, connection, which is Libra's energy, is partnership is important to them as well. I feel like it's not their entire life though. So like they're an individual person. They're not going to be like a codependent type of individual where it's like you're going to become their everything. They may really value you, and they may, really like to romance you, but they're not going to get lost in you. I feel like they have enough wits about them to just basically stay somewhat logical, rational, grounded, and centered. That's what I'm getting here. So it's like they make room for relationships, but then they also make room for themselves, and then they make room for family and friends and playtime, and also work. So I feel like this person's pretty balanced when it comes to a relationship. And it could be that, like, let's just say you experienced issues with this person where they didn't make time for you. It may be that that's one of their issues, is they have a hard time balancing the relationship factor. They feel like maybe they just need too much freedom and they don't have enough time for it. So even though they want it and they talk about wanting it, when it comes down to it, it's like they can't quite fit the bill, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and get one more. Let's get the house energy here. Okay, so we have the third house. So we've got Aries, Gemini's energy. Okay, so Mercury's energy. So this is somebody who is really a logical thinker. So we have this with two air signs now. This is somebody who they're really open to learning so much in life. They like education, or just learning new philosophies and constantly expanding their mind, and being constantly mentally stimulated is very important to this person. Okay, so you might have a great mental connection where they're a great speaker, or you guys have really deep philosophical conversations, right? It may be that you just really feel like you and this person get along really, really well when it comes to like the mental stimulation part, and just the intellectual side of them is very appealing and very sexy. So if that sounds like your person, go ahead and take it. All right, let's go ahead and get some more energies tied to this person. This is called the Dream Oracle cards. Okay, we have lottery. This person could have had like some sort of stream of good luck, a financial windfall. They could have inherited something. Some of them could have even won the lottery. So that could be a specific message for somebody out there. But the lottery to me just means like they feel like they've gotten some sort of a windfall, basically. They could have also been a person where they invested wisely and there was a payoff. Okay, there was just some kind of financial abundance though tied to this person, where they may have rich relatives or something, and so they may stand to inherit something when people pass. We have animals, so they could have an animal. Most people usually either have a cat or a dog, but it could be a bird here. Could be reptiles, anything really. But this person looks like they have some sort of like a pet. Okay, they have a pet, or they're like a pet person, like an animal or a dog or a cat person. But animals definitely complement this person's world, and they like them. They could also have like a love for animals, but usually somebody who's an animal lover is probably going to have an animal. Okay, we have sex, kiss, hug. So affection is very important to this person. This could be their language of love, where this is how they like to receive love or give love, which would be the physical touch. Okay. And the kissing, the just very affectionate energy, like this person could just be very affectionate in their physical body. Like their physical body when they're touched is when they really, really feel admired, and they feel really good, and they even feel loved and cared for. And of course, it could also be like this area here was just like outstanding with this person. Like very, very sexy, of course. And it's like, just is the cream of the crop type of energy for you when you look at this person. We also have color, and the color can be art. The color can be, this person is very colorful in their personality, or there's something, a creative flair that they have connected to them. So they could be a creator of some sort, or they could have an artistic talent. We have family. So this person's family could be really important to them. Or it could be that there is some kind of an issue within their family, but the family connected to this person is coming through for a reason. And it could be that you met this person's family. Okay. Could be that you've had a problem with this person's family as well. But I feel like this person does have a family. They're not like a person that has no family. We have gift. This person could also, this is to me is another language of love. This would be gifts. Okay. We've got the acts of service, the physical touch, the words of affirmation, quality time, and gifts. And so one way that this person could show that they care is by gifting, or maybe even receiving gifts. That's how they feel loved. So I feel like there's like a language of love kind of style coming through here with these particular messages. And it may be that this person is artistically inclined and makes things and gives these things as gifts. That's what I'm getting to. You may have received a gift in the form of like an art piece from this person. And we have job. So they're not jobless. So I feel like they definitely have a job for sure. And it could be their job, though, to do something that they absolutely love. So this could be a creative person that's like, they have a lot of freedom and independence. And with the Jupiter energy, I'm not surprised at all, is because they want to be able to have that freedom that they need to expand and to, just like put their arms up and fly and take new risks and travel. And a person with this kind of a job would be able to do those things. So I feel like that's very important to them, is to have that. We also have childhood home. Interesting. They could have actually inherited their childhood home. So maybe their parents passed away, or their parents got older and moved, and they are either living in the childhood home, they took it over, or they inherited it, or something like that. And even if they're not living there anymore, that might be something that that this person took over their parents' house, or maybe perhaps lived with their parents or parent to take care of things, when they got older. That could be it too. This could also be somebody that you lived near this person's childhood home, or you guys know each other from childhood. And we have purse, wallet. So finances and material things might be very important to this person, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that this individual likes to have a lot of security. They like to have, things put away for a rainy day. They like to feel secure financially, and that's important to this person. But they could come from they could come up from a family that has a lot of wealth because of that lottery, the family, the childhood home, and a family that has assets. They have something to inherit from their family's stability, choices, and success is what I'm getting to. So there is that so far. So now we're going to go ahead and go into some tarot cards, and then we're going to go into some initials letters for your person. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what else is next. This right here is called the Modern Love Tarot. What else is connected to your person? We have the Three of Swords. So let me fix this. This is really out of alignment there. Three of Swords can be a heartbreaking situation. It could be a third party, as in this person broke your heart. Okay. So it might be like, yeah, this sounds like my person and they broke my heart. Here it is. That would be confirmation for sure. So a heartbreaker. Maybe they've broken many hearts, not just yours. This person is like the biggest heartbreak of your life. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so to me, this is kind of interesting because this guy is on a knee and it looks like this woman is very upset and he has his hand on her and she won't turn around, like she's upset with him. So this could be somebody where you've turned your back on this person. You walked away from them. They have something to apologize for. That's what I'm seeing. We have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, of course, is, off in the distance, basically. This is maybe somebody you haven't seen in a while. Maybe somebody where like you've traveled away or, now there's like an actual distance between the two of you. And it's, kind of out there, like this connection, or maybe speaking again is out there. It just hasn't happened yet. You haven't had an opportunity to either run into this person or to make contact with this person. So it's like, I feel like there's something still that's up in the air here. We have the Seven of Wands. So this is a card of back off. This is a card of, I don't want to hear from you. Yeah, kind of like you're putting your hand up and saying, no. So maybe this person has tried to contact you and you blocked them or you didn't respond to them. That's not going to be for everybody. It could also be that you tried to reach out to them and they didn't respond too. But even if there was no contact on either one of your parts, I feel like this is just an energy of stop. No, I can't deal with this anymore. I have to defend myself. I have to walk away. I can't deal with your shit anymore. So someone may have had to get to that point. And then we have the Page of Swords. Now the Page of Swords, of course, is communication, right? So there's been a communication that's been stopped here. Either someone's blocking communication or it's just simply not happening. So this is somebody that you have frozen out or they've frozen you out, or you guys are just basically both, because we have two people here. You guys are both kind of like trying to put your guard up towards communication because of the Three of Swords energy. It could be very heavy. It could be very painful. It could be something where it's just like, wow, like a lot of stuff has happened and I'm not sure that I'm not sure if I'm ready to talk about that or take responsibility for my actions. So there could just be a lot of intimidation here too. All right, now let's go ahead and get some letters and numbers, or I think I even have some yes and no's in here. This is called the Spirit cards. Now, there's things that you guys are going to see in here that I'm not going to catch. So, of course, be sure to, once I have everything out, take a little bit of a screenshot maybe, or pause your screen so that way you guys can take a look and see what else you'll find. And if you guys want to be helpful and put things in the comment section, that would be even more fantastic. So we have S and I. So this could be somebody's initials. And then we have, that's a 0, but can also be used as an O. Okay. We have A. It's funny, Sons of Anarchy. I don't know why I'm saying that, because I think that that's like the initials for that show. That could be a special message. Somebody could ride a Harley. Somebody could have been a part of some sort of like a biking club or something like that. Now we have 6. So we could have 60, 61, or 16. Okay. We also have 10, right? So that could be something significant here. We have the actual O now, okay? So this could actually now carry on over here, or it could just be like a double O. But I'm getting here 60. Yeah, I'm getting here 60. So I don't know if that means like, something significant is going to happen when this person is 60. They could be older. It doesn't mean that, you might not see them until they're 60. But I mean, for some of you guys, that could literally be like they're not really going to mature or grow up until they're in their 60s. That could be a special message for someone. I don't know. We have P. Okay. So we have spa. See that? Spa or sap, which is kind of interesting. We also have soap. So soap, like a soap opera. Maybe your connection has been somewhat like a soap opera. Maybe you work in a spa. Maybe your person is in the spa industry. There's something like that. That's very interesting here. We also have pa, so there could be like somebody is a father, or there's a family member like a father or a grandfather that's very, very important to this person. We also have SOPA, and I feel like I see this on when I go to a Mexican food restaurant. I could be wrong, but I feel like this is Mexican way of saying soup. I could be wrong. So there could be some sort of like a Hispanic type of, or what, whatever language this is, that's tied to this person's family. We also have E. So this person could live by the sea. So they could live on the coast somewhere here in the States, or just anywhere in the world, really. But we have ESP. So I feel like you and this individual have some sort of like when you're thinking about them, they might be thinking about you. You might feel like you guys have a telepathic connection or communication going on. So that's something as well. All right, let's see what else. We have V. Okay. So I just got Vespa. So I'm not saying it's a Vespa, even though it could be, but I feel like there's a motorcycle connected to your person for some reason. They either used to have a motorcycle. It doesn't have to be a Harley. It doesn't have to be a Vespa, but I've got to say it. It's like the Sons of Anarchy and the Vespa. Those are both, motorcycle types of, bikes. The Harley is, they're bikes. And so I feel like there's some sort of a specific bike that's connected to your person. Okay. Now, as far as actual names here, okay, so we're going to go ahead and do away with the letters. I'm sorry, not the letters, the numbers. And we're just going to basically see what we have as far as, maybe some sort of a name here. Okay. So nothing is really coming to my mind yet with these letters. We have P, like, I think it's sweet pea from Popeye. Okay. So pa and then sweet pea pie, something like that. Interesting. But I'm not really seeing a name yet. So let's go ahead and see if we can get either another consonant or something in order to create a name. And maybe you guys already see something that I'm just not seeing. We have H. Oh, interesting. HOA, wherever they live, there could be like HOA fees, like they live in some sort of a community or something like that. We do have his. So this could be somebody who's, identifies as male. All right. Somebody who's male. We have HIV. That's interesting. It could be that I'm not saying like they have HIV, but it could be that they know somebody that has HIV, or somebody that has passed on from HIV. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not really seeing anything. I do see Hope. Somebody's name could be Hope. Okay. Somebody's name could be Hope. I'm seeing hip hop too. There could be like a hip hop connection here. Somebody really likes hip hop music. And then we have K. So I feel like this could be maybe where we just kind of look at things and we see things as initials here, because I'm just not really seeing anything that is, well, actually I see KEVI. I don't see an N, but I see the name Kevin. Okay. The name Kevin is coming through. Yeah. Kevin is coming through. But Peak is coming through. There might be a mountain peak. They might live near a mountain or something like that. Interesting. Okay, you guys, so this is what I have for you. I'm just going to put this right here, take a screenshot, and see if there's anything that you guys can formulate from these particular letters, whether they're going to be the initials of somebody's name, the initials maybe of your name, or you guys can actually put words together, or like almost like I did with Kevin, a word that you're putting almost together for this individual, this person. Okay, you guys. So now we're going to go ahead and move on into the once upon a time. So this is going to be your past timeline and love story with this person. So let's look at that. Let's look and see what this entails. All right. This is the Colors of Love Oracle. Earth Angel. So this is kind of interesting. This Earth Angel, please be mine. I don't know who sings that, but there could be like a 50s vibe here. Maybe somebody's, like you guys listen to a lot of 50s style music. But I feel like regardless, this is really saying that this individual, it felt like they fell from the sky, either for you or they felt that way about you. So when you came into their life or they came into yours, it's like they just felt like you were sent from heaven above, basically. Like that song. And I don't know who sings it, but it's called Send Me an Angel. It's from the 80s. Okay, so this is the XOXO Oracle by Fire Witch Tarot. Mixed energy. Ooh, confusing. So I feel like this person may not have been this is your love story. It was confusing, like it was mixed. It's like, oh my gosh, this is all I've ever wanted. This is, I've been looking for this my whole life, basically. And here it is. But now I'm so mixed up and confused. What I'm getting here is that you could have come into your person's life when they were mixed up with somebody else. So they may not have been 100% available. And what I mean by that is that they could have just been maybe still dealing with an ex. They weren't quite over somebody from the past. They were on a break with someone. Their energy seemed to be mixed though, and it wasn't 100% able to really focus on this connection with you. So even though it was like you were heaven sent, it's like their energy was very confusing and just kind of jumbled. Maybe it also caused you to feel somewhat confused, but we're really focusing on your person. Yeah, a lot of delight and desire. So I feel like they had a lot of desire for you, a lot of passion for you. You made them incredibly happy with whatever you guys were basically, however you were connecting at that particular time. It felt like, it's like sweetest pie, sweetest cake type of energy. Okay. So this particular deck is called the Valentine Tarot. Or Valentine Connection Tarot from Celestial Forecast by Carrie. So let's see what's going on here. I just wanted to shuffle this off camera because I don't want to mess up these cards here. All right, there we go. Queen of Swords. Okay, interesting. I feel like if this fits, this Queen of Swords might have been someone in your person's life that kind of came in with their sword and just kind of created an issue here. This doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This could be somebody's mother or sister or just someone that has the ability to get in your person's head. That's what I'm seeing here. So as much as they were having a good time with you, I almost feel like there's something that caused them to start to pull away or made them feel confused. It's like someone may have said something about you or they said something about your person. It kind of reminds me of that movie, Cruel Intentions. So you've got the stepbrother and sister, and of course they're total players, just obviously looking to destroy lives and hurt people. And basically when the stepbrother finally meets Annette and he falls in love, the stepsister is not having it. And so she basically gets in his head and really causes him to sabotage the entire freaking thing. And that's what I'm picking up here, if that fits for you guys. Now, it could have just been you too, where this situation was a dream come true, but when you started getting mixed signals, especially after having such a good time with this person, you kind of had to be on guard. So maybe you pulled your energy back. Maybe you felt like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing some red flags. I need to protect myself from this situation or this person. We have risk revealing yourself. Oh, interesting. Okay, check this out. Someone's holding back from expressing their feelings. That's it. So that the Cruel Intentions message that came to me is what it is. Somebody somebody had some sort of a change of heart, and it had nothing to do with the fact that they were not into you. They were actually really into you. But somebody somewhere, and we're not blaming another person, but it could even be just like one of their thoughts, started to screw things up and really mix up the energy that they had all tied up in you. I feel like the energy was originally really good. It was like cake. It was amazing. It was sweet. It was wonderful. It was delightful. And then some sort of a message, like a thought in their brain or someone else's words started to influence them and cause them to really draw back from this connection. It's unfortunate. Yeah, look at this. They kind of like put their heart on lock. I feel like if this was an ex, they may have gone back to the ex. This could have been a rebound situation. And so their heart was on lock, like they weren't fully available to open their heart to you. They couldn't do it. They could not reveal their entire selves. So they were kind of like just half giving at that point. But even if it's not about an ex coming back, I feel like there's just some sort of a past injury or past hang up that causes this person to now, or at the time, not be so open to revealing how they really feel. So they have this armor now. They're putting their heart on lockdown. But the thing is, though, is that they took the invitation. They opened themselves up to it. So when you guys met each other or came together, it's like they didn't say no. And so if they had all these hangups and issues, why didn't they say no? And I feel like this is where the confusion started to basically go down. This is where the confusion started to get out of control. And it just became like, it just makes no sense we would even get involved. Yeah, why you would even get involved with me if this is what the situation was going to be. That's what I'm seeing here. So I feel like they became very confusing. They switched things up on you and it became very confusing. They were sending you mixed signals. Yeah, see, there's that Three of Swords, and that already came through the reading. The Three of Swords is tied to what this person did. And it does say love triangle. I'm not trying to input or insert that into the reading if that's not someone's story. But a love triangle could be someone that still has hangups with someone from the past, even though they're not with that person. Okay, it's like a love triangle in their mind. There's a wedge that comes between you and them, and they're allowing it. So yeah, Three of Swords is the heartbreak. Three of Swords means, wow, it's a total bummer. I thought we had something. And then you find out, wow, I guess we don't, because all of a sudden you're now just giving me mixed signals and it makes no freaking sense. Yeah. Show me the money. A love may be entering your life who has money. Interesting. This actually came up earlier. I feel like money was really important to this person. Success was really important to this person. Being financially secure was more important than love at the time when you came into their lives. So they could have put more love on money than they did on this connection. More value on money than on love. Okay. So your person's priorities at the time were just not matched up to be in a relationship. We do have love now. Yeah, so security is really important to this person, and perhaps they did not feel secure. And that could even just be like, that's a reflection on them. They just did not feel secure enough in order to, maybe be able to offer you anything. So that could be another reason why they drew back. But we have opening up and expressing true feelings. No, I feel like they already had something built either somewhere else, and that's the love triangle. Okay, they were already caged up, right? That's that heart on lockdown. They were already caged up, so they couldn't really open up to you. But they did accept this invitation. That's the thing. They opened up the door with this connection. And so it could have really pissed you off, because then you found out like either that they were with someone else, or that they just, couldn't go there with you for whatever reason. So you might be saying to yourself, well, then why did you waste my time? Yes, we have the moon. That's very confusing. It's an illusion. I almost feel like this person wanted to escape. They wanted to escape something. And I'm not trying to say like they used you in order to escape, but you were a little bit of a fantasy and a dream for them. Like you were this angel that came into their life and just gave them so much life and light and all this wonderful stuff. But then when it came down to actually getting serious with you, either their unfinished business with a person from the past screwed it up, or they just felt like, you know what? I just don't think that this is something that I can do. It's just not something that I could do. So either way, it became hurtful and very confusing and created that Three of Swords energy. Okay, let's get one last one. Refusing to listen. Other people may have tried to tell you something, or your higher self was trying to tell you, but you didn't listen. So this could be you didn't want to see the red flags. You saw the red flags. You kind of kept going for it anyways. And it really ended up sucking in the very end, right? You just kind of knew that like little birdie was trying to tell you something and you weren't listening. And we have together, we will be together. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. This is about this person saying one thing to you and doing another. So that's also, it's like you really may not have stood a chance to even get clear about this, because this person, it's like they didn't even really, they weren't honest. And so because they weren't honest, or maybe because they were telling someone else that they were still with them, it created a major issue here. That's just what I'm seeing here. It's a major problem. It's a major problem here. Yeah, bound. I feel like they were bound to someone else still. Whether it was in their mind or it was in the physical, they were still bound to this person, and you were a nice fantasy and escape for them. But what happened is, in a way, it's like you ended up feeling used, and you felt so used that it ended up making you feel like, wow, this Three of Swords heartbreak when it was all said and done. Maybe they even told you and you still got together with them anyways. That could be that refusing to listen too. And it's not blaming anyone. It's just, sometimes we do that. Yeah. The Nine of Wands means you really should have defended yourself, because this person did break your heart. Okay. And there's those tissues here. This person's very, very sad. And I just feel like that was you. In the end, you ended up kind of taking a little bit of a beating of your heart. Yep. You took a beating in the heart, unfortunately. So that right there is really, really tough for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else. Don't wait by the phone. And this person could have told you, like, I just need some time and some space. And you really thought maybe that they would call you or come back. But it just says you may had to stop waiting by the phone because maybe they left you hanging, is what I'm getting here. And that's just a bummer. Maybe telling you even we will be together again, but not following up on that. So just giving you false promises and false hope, which was just really shitty. We have love lyrics. So I'm just getting here on the song and dance, doing the song and dance, but not actually meaning it, unfortunately. Feel like also too, there could have been some songs, like a specific song that you related to this person. Yeah. A specific song that even when you hear it today might be just like very triggering for you. Yeah, we have clowns. Don't be a part of the circus. There's like 3 people here. So it was like a circus, unfortunately. And your person acted like a clown at the end of the day. They really did. They acted like a clown, and you weren't going to be a part of the circus, unfortunately, either by their choice or by yours. And you were just like, you know what, I'm done. So this makes a lot of sense to me when we saw these cards here, where after the Three of Swords, this person definitely has some explaining to do, right? You have a right, or had a right, to turn your back on this person. And this might be one of the reasons why you're like, hell no. Yeah, because it does look to me like they have definitely played with your heart and created a lot of sadness for you. We have the Magician. The Magician can sometimes be a trickster, and I just feel like that's the clown energy. This is someone that became very untrustworthy. They became somewhat of like a manipulator, somebody that was just unfortunately wasting your freaking time and kind of leaving you hanging. All right, let's go ahead and get one more. And we have fear of intimacy. So at the end of the day, you guys, I'm just going to tell you, this person has a lot of issues, or at least they did. They had a lot of issues at the time when you were with them. It says this is a fear of intimacy or getting hurt. So this person really needed to work on themselves, and they run away and sabotage relationships that get too close. That's it. So that seems to be the love story. It's like, it looked to me like you guys had a fun, delightful beginning, right? Where there's some excitement and they felt like you were a dream come true. But I almost feel like this person ended up putting you on a pedestal rather quickly. and then you fell from grace. And that's not your fault, but that's because they pent up a lot of their stuff, like their hopes and their dreams and like their savior onto you. And then when that wore off, because obviously, you know, it's nobody's job to save you, then they're going to start falling back into old routines or just old coping mechanisms, which are, I can't get too close. Air balloon, let your feelings flow. All right. So I feel like what this did is it left you hanging and it left you feeling very up in the air. Kind of like, I have no idea. I have no idea what just happened. Okay. And I just feel like, unfortunately, this whole situation is like a non-closure situation for you. So it's probably why you're watching the reading, is because you want to know, like, why did this person do this? What the hell happened? And I can tell you right now, this person may have grown since then. So this could be like a long time that you and this individual have been separated, perhaps. But I feel like they have done some growing and some healing and some changing. That's the spring energy to me. Yeah, and you can see these cards look very similar. So I know that that's what it is. Left things up in the air. Is there an opportunity to perhaps grow from this and to heal from this? Absolutely. I also feel like your person, when they either discarded you or they kind of put this connection on hold, they really thought that they were going to go back to it. But something may have happened that prevented them from doing that. It may have been that they just let too much time go on, or, you know, what they said or what you found out about them could have really put the nail in the coffin. We're the King of Wands. So unfortunately, the King of Wands is a little too sure of himself, sometimes can be very ego-driven. And I just feel like really that's where your person was at. They were not actually the King of Wands when you were dealing with them. Because if they had been their full, like in the upright position of the King of Wands, then they may have handled this better. And I just feel at the time they did not have the wisdom, or they were not seeing things very clearly to be able to handle it in any way that would have been different. And that's not an excuse, but I just feel like a very reversed energy here, even though it's all these cards are upright. I just intuitively pick up on the fact that that is the lower vibration of the King of Wands. Okay. Because this King of Wands would not have fear of intimacy, and this person did. Okay. And they left you hanging too. But I do feel like it is possible that they have grown since then, and they are either have grown into the King of Wands finally, or it could also be that, that's just what they've learned from this experience. They've really grown from this experience, basically. So if that sounds like your story with this individual, with everything that went down and all of the little details that, you know, describe this person, then this reading is definitely for you. So now what we're going to go into over on the extended is the broken pieces. What were the shadows, traumas, and issues that affected this connection the most? We're also going to look at the heavy heart energy, what your person wishes they could have done differently. Then the psyche, what thoughts and feelings does this person still hold for you today? The unfinished business, what is destined to take place for this connection next? And transmission, what words is this person speaking into your mind through their heart center? So if that sounds like it might be something that interests you, definitely head over onto the extended. I'll put that link in the description box down below. And thanks you guys so much for watching. You guys take care. Bye-bye.